you are from Austin. Or you live in Austin now. You're from Texas area, but you're in Austin now. And one of the things I love about Austin is, you guys own that whole weird thing, like keep Austin weird, right?
Definitely.
I think that's hilarious. Every time I fly into Austin, every time I go around Austin, to see that keep Austin weird thing, it's just kind of funny. So, would you rather everyone know that you're weird, or would you rather personally kind of hide that your little freak flag a little bit and not everybody know that you're weird?
Well, I think it's a bit of both. I think in Texas, everything goes these days. So Austin is a fun place.
But I'm talking about Sean Darwish himself. Would you rather everyone, if you were weird, would you rather everybody know that you're weird, or would you rather not have everybody know and you just kind of like they figure it out on their own?
No, I'd say figure it out on your own, but I'm an open book. So got an edge to me somewhere. So, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, baby.
I love this guy.
I
love this guy.
Yes. I always think that's, interesting because it works for that. A lot of places try to hide their weirdness, so to speak. Chad's weird. He tells everybody that, hey, I'm just a weird guy.
Just a weirdo.
I try to hide mine, and everybody just knows it. And so I can't really hide it. I'm just a weird guy.
That's funny. No hiding here, brother. It's all fun and game. That's why I live in Texas. In Austin in particular. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. We talked about this a little bit ahead of time because there's a reason why I brought you on here, because you were highly recommended to come on this show and as a part of our ecosystem and part of what we do, what we provide. And I've interviewed a ton of people. Chad, we've interviewed a lot of people today.
Yeah.
And one of the things I've heard, a theme, and tell me if I'm wrong, Chad. If I'm not, then we're going to edit it out. But or if I am wrong, tell me I'm wrong. But a lot of people brought up our orange partners, and like our products are great. Vertafore products are great, but there's a theme all day I've heard of like if you don't have a good integration partner, a good orange partner. Am I right on that? You've heard that today.
You're absolutely right, and I think there was even like a reference to an octopus with multiple legs.
With multiple, yes, we did have a guest compare our systems to an octopus, but what he was saying was. Our systems are great, but if you have the 8 legs of the octopus using Inteveo, is it Inteveo, right? That's the name. I'd say pronounce it.
Inteveo.
When you have Inteveo connected, it makes it that much better. When you have this system, this thing connected to it. So talk to me a little bit about what that partnership with Vertafore means for you guys, and what exactly that is for those that may not have heard of your company and Inteveo, what you guys are doing. Give me a little background on Inteveo for a second, and like what that partnership with us looks like.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. Like I said, we come from a very deep expertise in integration of communications. We started in the government side for many years, moved to healthcare, and for the last 7 years, we've been doing it for the insurance and the fintech market. We got some banks also using the solution, so there's financial and the insurance. Partnering with Vertafore really kind of was a launch pad for us in the beginning. I would say 6-7 years ago, going on 8 probably, because we wanted the best of the best for our insurance customers. And we were told in the market there are about 25, maybe 30 AMS systems at the time. And of course, narrowed down to about 3, the big companies. And of course, we loved what we saw with AMS 360 and QQ Catalyst and some of those products with Vertafore. One thing led to another. I had a discussion with one of your executives at the time, introduced me to Doug, and we haven't looked back. It's been an amazing ride. We built some amazing integrations. And to your point, honestly, even companies like global providers and partners with us today, like RingCentral and Salesforce and others, the reason they're with us today, when we started, we were nobody. Today, we are really kind of the leader in the integration segment for the AMS 360. And the reason they joined us is they realized no integration, communication is dead in this vertical. There was a huge hunger when we took over this vertical and got into it from insurance agencies to connect the data set with the communications.
Yeah, I wanted to stop you because you broke that up, and Doug, I was telling you about Doug texting me. And one of the things he texted me about when I was asking him, he said, make sure you talk to Inteveo, RingCentral. That would be a great one because they not only provide great text communications, but also good channel communications, including VoIP, text, chat, etc. So I'm glad you brought that part up in general, because that's one of the things he wanted me to talk to you about. And so I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but I had to bring that up, and I'll let you finish saying that. But I have a follow up to that as far as that communication goes. But continue on what you were saying. Finish up that sentence.
No, not a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, our purpose this is a purpose-built cloud communication integration system. The reason behind the whole thing is, from the start, is to give the insurance agencies the seamless, modern communication, the scalability, enable them to deliver superior client experience and compliance all in one place without having to untether integration from communication. When we started, everybody was talking communication, and of course, Vertafore for AMS 360. We found in the market there was no connection, a true connection in between. There are a few companies that said, well, we integrate, and it was nothing but a plugin or a browser plugin or something simple. There's nothing simple about us. We are very deep vested into a serious integration that allows us to connect multiple systems and give them the value in total of that integration.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask this, because I'm curious on, because you say you just came into the insurance market 7 years ago, but did you just see that gap in all of the other places that you're in too? That gap of communication?
Very beautiful question.
Yeah,
yes.
baby.
It's
Good
a beautiful question, to be honest with you. And let me tell you why. Just a 5-second story. When I decided to do this and I was researching, it was the onset of COVID, a little bit of that. We were looking at what's the next vertical. We were very successful in the government business vertical. We're vertical oriented. I mean, we're big on that. We looked at the healthcare, we moved on. Then I said, well, I'm going to research. I went to the Garners and the McKinseys of the world. I mean, the experts in the market. I wasn't that expert at the time. I didn't know much about insurance. And everyone said, run, go the other direction. I mean,
do
family,
you
friends.
still feel the same way, though?
No,
you're like, maybe I should have
absolutely
ran?
not. Absolutely not. The smartest thing I ever done in the last 10 years is doing this vertical. Like I said, family, friends, partners, employees, girlfriend is like, what? You're going to do what for insurance? Where? And we decided that is what I want to put our investment. We got into it. We spent almost a year and a half. All we did is interviewed agencies and did basically surveys, 500, 600, 700 agencies. Tell us what's missing in your world. And about, say, 60 or 70% of it was the no connection between voice and data in the AMS world. And this is how we got into it.
Interesting.
And that's how I met Vertafore, and I introduced this to the executives and said, I would like to build a system to integrate your amazing AMS systems with one of the largest, two of the largest, three of the largest global providers of text, voice, fax, conferencing, and all that in one place. Of course, most people thought I was crazy, honestly. I mean, you're talking about crazy and living in Austin.
Right.
But I decided, no, we want to give it a shot. We started, and it went hot and heavy. And to be honest with you, we built the first beta, and we went to test it with a couple of agencies. And we thought they'll look at it and give us some feedback or whatever. Instead, they signed up the day we called them. They said, we want to be part of this. And since then, of course, we're now focused on, mid-market, enterprise, agencies with thousands of seats versus the humble beginnings of 10, 20 seats at a time.
Skipped beta and just said, do it.
In a way, we did, yeah.
Yeah. What's crazy to me is think back, and I don't mind dating myself a little bit here, but I talk to my kids about this, and I'm 45 years old, and I go back to even the rotary phone. I go back into some things before the smartphone, before text messaging, before social media, and all of the chat features and whatever.
Before call waiting?
Actually, yes. We actually had party lines where you could have 15 people on one call. Yeah. But you think about the evolution of all the different ways you can communicate now, and I would never thought when I first got in the insurance industry 23 years ago, that you'd have that many ways to communicate. It used to be like snail mail and a phone call or whatever. Now it's like when people talk about meet your customers where they are, now it could be their text, it could be on instant messenger, it could be LinkedIn, it could be, whatever it might be. There's so many different ways there. And so I'm wondering, as you've been in this business, whether it's fintech or insurance, how has that evolved for you? And like, is that something that's exciting for you and something that you enjoy and you're like looking for the next way to communicate? Or is it just
Oh my goodness. Loaded question.
Yeah, that's the point.
I mean, if I told you how excited we are right now, I couldn't even do it justice, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Especially with the advent of AI. So, and I know everybody talks about AI and we're coming with AI and all that, but the reality of it, our system right now, I mean, the AI component of our system is becoming so exciting for a guy like me. We're doing call routing. We're doing voice recognition and sentiment inside of the AMS. We're doing things that, honestly, the only way I can describe it to answer your question, we're doing for the insurance agencies today and the agency management environment and communications what the smartphone did for our personal communications.
Wow.
I like that.
That's a big.
When we started, even with the flip phones, right? I mean, you're like, oh my God, I got a couple of letters. I'm sitting on a plane pushing 3 letters to get one. Now, the world is in front of you. You can dial from your device. You can dial from the screen, from the phone. You can be on the road. You can be behind your desktop. You can be anywhere, and you're still getting the same customer experience and communication, archiving, compliance, connection with the customer. I mean, it's priceless, in my opinion, for insurance today. And that's the kind of feed we get from the agents today.
Yeah. So talk to me. We're on a Vertafore Insurance podcast. A lot of our listeners here are agency owners or CSRs or work in that agency world. What would you tell them, because a lot of people still undervalue the communication piece, and they just think, I'll just send a cold email and do this, or I will just do this. What kind of advice, what would you tell agents right now as it, relates to what you guys do on a day-to-day?
Well, honestly, the easiest way I can answer it, if you're not in the integrated communication environment today, not necessarily with us, you're losing out on business. Your customers are disconnected. I mean, I have agencies today, and I'll give you literally quotes and names. They'll say, if EcoLink goes down for 30 minutes, we'll lose 30 to 40% of our business. And that's an amazing statement coming from large organizations that if you asked me 4 or 5 years ago, would you get an second or third or first largest enterprise in the world, insurance agencies in the world? I'll go, no, I don't think so. It's going to take years, and we're there. So my advice, I mean, Vertafore obviously is a no-brainer. AMS 360, QQ Catalyst, Sajida. You guys got an amazing, when you call it an octopus, in a way it is, but it all comes together at the end. And it's a must for agencies today. I mean, if you look at the fintech market worldwide, is $290, $300 billion last year, is $395 in the next couple of years. And don't take my word for it. Go to Gartner, McKinsey, media, all of these people, and they'll tell you, if you're not in the communication side of the house, you are not improving, you're not advancing, you're not scaling, and you're losing business for your insurance. And it's a revolving door.
Yeah, you touched on something there, because a lot of people think of communication when they think about like prospecting or renewals, but you brought up the point of claims, or you brought up other aspects of the policy life cycle that you have to focus on. And so I think it's overlooked. And I would love to hear what you guys are doing and what you're seeing as it relates to other parts besides just writing new business or renewing stuff.
You were hitting on an amazing point for us.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
For us. I appreciate that. The system is really was not designed to solve one item or another. It's not like a magic wand. Oh, we figured this out. It's not a rotary phone. It's a digital phone now. When we started in this business and after all these surveys, we found out they're siloed communications. Agencies are not connecting voice with text with the customer. A lot of manual, fragmented workflows. They're still going on to this day. I visited agencies. They had 500 Post-it notes on each monitor. Lost opportunity costs. Not being able to respond to the customer fast enough. Every study in the market for the last 5 years will tell you, if you don't respond in the first 5 minutes when someone leaves you a voicemail or calls you, you're going to lose that business to the next insurance agency. So cannot emphasize enough why communications are so imperative and important today for your insurance business, in conjunction with the amazing applications that you get from Vertafore today. It's the marriage of voice and data coming together to work for you and scale your business.
Oh, that's awesome. Like, I think what you're talking about now, and I think you're right. Like, there's so many different ways in the policy lifecycle that you could use communication that people overlook. And so, one of the last questions I'd like to get is there an area that you feel like is the most overlooked when it comes to the power of communication in a business transaction, whether it be in insurance or not?
Well, to me personally, two things are dear to me when it comes to this business. One, fast response, and two, giving the customer value for their time. Meaning, I'm not into you call me, you leave the message, and I'm going to call you whenever, and that old traditional insurance approach. My family, I had uncles were in business when I was a child in insurance, and I remember how it was done. That is not that world anymore. Okay, so that's important. The second thing is value for your time. People today value their time when they're calling you. They're not going to jump from one agent to another to another. They're not going to do it. I've seen people, the minute they get hold of the first agent, and that agent knows who you are, right away gets to the point. This is where our product really shines, is that it puts all that data in front of you. So instead of you having to go dig for it, it's going to say, this is Mr. Johnson. He's probably calling because his lost policy is up for renewal. So say good morning, ask him how the wife is doing since his last claim, and then offer him to renew the policy, all inside of 60 seconds. That's what the value for your time
unreal.
And why our product marries really nicely with the AMS 360 and the rest of the family of Vertafore products.
That's awesome. I like, because again, like, you have that all integrated into the system, so it just pulls right up when they call you. And so I like that. And I think if there are agents out there listening right now that are not on this platform or aren't using the integration with you guys, what would be the best way for them to do so? Would it be your website? Would it be LinkedIn? Would it be like, how would they get in touch with you to be able to do so?
You can go multiple places. We got obviously EcoLink.Inteveo.com. That's our main site for the product. You can go to Vertafore's Orange Partner page. We're listed there obviously as a strategic partner for the integration. You can go to a place like RingCentral in their app gallery. We are the exclusive and only integrator for the insurance vertical in RingCentral gallery. Multiple places, if you search for us online, those are the three top ones I would think of. We're on social media, obviously LinkedIn and other places, but Vertafore, RingCentral, on our website, EcoLink.Inteveo.com is the best place to get us.
So you keep mentioning, you say it, EcoLink. What do you say? What's the
platform itself? We call it EcoLink. From the ecosystem.
Is there a difference in
linking.
EcoLink and Inteveo, or is it just kind of a home company or a parent company?
It's a parent company.
Okay.
Inteveo started in the government, moved to insurance, moved to healthcare to insurance, and the product or the platform itself is EcoLink, EcoLink. So Eco and Link coming together. We thought it's something agencies can remember
I like
and
that.
easy.
So if you see
kind of
EcoLink, it's
sticky.
still Inteveo, so make sure that you do jump in there and
yeah, it's still the same company. Yes, whether you go Inteveo or EcoLink, you're going to get the same place.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean, for hanging out with us today and bringing us such great knowledge and talking to us about this, because again, it's such a huge part of what we do, and it's overlooked, the communication piece. And I'm so glad that Doug introduced me to you and we had you on. So again,
hey,
Chad,
and if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That meant to be the title of this one.
Yeah.
Brother, again, thank you so much. And
thank you. I'm grateful for you guys joining me and having a few minutes of fun with you guys. Hopefully we answered your questions and look forward to seeing more of your podcast moving forward.
Yes, and you do your best to keep Austin weird out there.
I'm definitely doing my share. Trust me on that. I won't say any more.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here, being a part of the show, being a part of our family. We love you. Subscribe, like, comment, engage, all of the things. communicate with us. You don't need Inteveo to communicate with us on YouTube. You can just smash the like button and the subscribe button and get after it. And we will see you on the next one.